Hi everyone, this is Mitch. What more can we say? Just getting ready for another weekend of college football action. Last night's game, we had Vandy. Is fantastic. We're now 16-8 against the spread. We're up 12 and a half units. I tried doing a video yesterday. Something happened on the technology side. I'm not that savvy with this stuff yet, but I did like Vandy on the money line. I mentioned it in my blog, but I didn't quite say it concretely, so we're not going to count it towards our overall record, but we are going to count the 1 unit win and the Vandy cover, which they did, of course, winning outright as the underdog. Steve Spurrier's Gamecocks, they just have not got it done against the Southeast Conference the past 2 years. That's why we were leaning Vandy, and sure turned out that way last night. Let's quickly just get to a couple of the games this week that I want to go over. First one's going to be Oklahoma and Cincinnati. I like Cincinnati this week. I think they have a nice shot at Oklahoma, especially covering that big number of 21.5. I'm going to play it small. I like the edginess of the Cincinnati team. I like Brian Kelly as a head coach. I know Oklahoma's deep. I know they're talented. I know they're probably going to win the game, but I think Cincinnati does have a chance of covering. I'm sure that Hurricane loss at Oklahoma last year, it still sits with me. I thought Miami would play a little better. I thought Oklahoma wasn't quite as good. Obviously, I was dead wrong that time, and that's probably the only reason I don't take Cincinnati a little bigger here. The other game that I want to talk about that's also a spotlight game, I feel, is Georgia and Central Michigan. Central Michigan's projected to win their conference. Georgia was number one ranked in the preseason poll. They haven't lost, so they're still up there. I never thought they were quite deserving of that ranking. It's nothing personal against Mark Richt, but he hasn't won a national championship. Mark Richt played at Miami, so obviously I don't have anything against him. But until you win that national championship, until you've proven that you can get it done on the field, then I don't think you're worthy of any kind of number one ranking. And that's just my own personal opinion. And I know that I don't get a vote in this year's coaches poll, so it doesn't really matter. In any event, we're going to go with the Chippewa in this one to cover against the Bulldog. 24 points is a lot of points, especially in a high-scoring game, which this one probably will be. I think even if Georgia does get out ahead pretty well, I think that maybe even Mark Richt, he knows that Georgia has that brutal schedule coming up. He's not going to be playing his guys to the bitter end, and Central Michigan does have some talent, some guys who know how to find the end zone. I think that this game does have a chance of being competitive, but I feel even more comfortable with the points. I'm going to be back tomorrow. We're going to be previewing that Miami-Florida game, which I have a lot of insight into it as far as being able to come out and state with confidence what direction people should go on it. That's another story. But in any event, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow.